Hey everybody, today is day 3 of the Christmas Sleigh event, and I thought we would just do a small play session here on International. That way, if there are any of you who might still be a bit confused about how the event works, or if you're new coming into the event, you haven't started the event until today, you can just see a little play session of how it works. However, I did do a first video on the event where I actually played through the tutorial. So if you're stuck on the tutorial somewhere, you can go and check out that video there just to see how the tutorial works. I did that first video on the US server, and I did decide to try to keep up with the event as much as I could on the US server. I just have to remember to log in to open the Christmas chest every day and do mountain rides and missions to get my bonuses and snowflakes. I remembered to do the mountain rides and the missions yesterday, but I forgot to open my Christmas chest over there, so I don't want to forget to do that. Now that I am on International, let's open the Christmas chest to see what I get. You can do this once per day. What am I going to get? Aging the snowflakes? Nope, I'm going to get the padded horseshoe bonus. Also, when I logged in today, I didn't really read anything, but when I went to click to open the advent calendar window, I did win Cupid. So it seems today, Saturday, is the day that you can win the reindeer Cupid for your breeding farm, and you do get to keep all of the reindeer. Also, I know I had mentioned in my first video that I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to win Blitzen. I think I just must have misread something on the test server. I think I thought that we could not win Blitzen through the event at all, but Blitzen is available in the Horns of Plenty, so if you did not get Blitzen last year, you can go ahead and you can win her this year. So let's get started. I already did my mountain rides and my missions with my horses to get all the bonuses and everything. I need to finish my fodder trip because the most efficient way it seemed to get to level 2 was to do 3 apple rides, 2 carrot rides, 1 fodder trip. I'll be able to finish my fodder trip and get started on level 2 today. So let's continue with this here. I want to finish, so I need to do a ride. I should be able to get this done by his next ride. So let's care for Donner. Give him a candy cane. I'm going to feed him. I shouldn't have to get too particular with this because I'm only 5 kilometers away. And come on. Yay, right there, we got it in one go. Okay, so we finished that. Now we can return to the map, and I should have level 2 unlocked. I do. Great, we have some news about your map. You now have access to new destinations. Keep it up. All right, we have to travel 850 kilometers total, so the next sleigh level then opens in 545 kilometers. From what I've read on the forums, thanks to other players that have been posting, the most efficient way to get to level 3, as I'm now on level 2, is to do this trough ride in the middle right here 5 times. So do the water trough trip 5 times and do the tractor trip once. So let's start with the water trough. Like I said, though, I mean, you can do any of these if you want to. From what I've read, though, this is just the most efficient way. So I'm going to actually, let's get the tractor trip out of the way. That way, that's only one. And it looks like we get 2 gifts for this. So thanks to opening up level 2, this means that we've unlocked our second reindeer slot. Hopefully I can do this correctly. So for Blitzen, I now have Blitzen, Donner, and Cupid in my breeding farm, but I can only harness 2 of them at the same time. So for Blitzen, when she wakes up, it gives Donner plus 10 vitality. Donner, when she wakes up, she gives Blitzen plus 10 vitality, and when Cupid wakes up, she gives the reindeer directly in front of and behind her plus 10. So I don't think it matters which order which one I choose, because it looks like Cupid will give plus 10 to both of these, but then Blitzen can only give plus 10 to Donner, and Donner can only give plus 10 to Blitzen. I have not gotten to play with Cupid yet, so I am going to use Cupid for the first slot. And how about Donner, just because Donner's my favorite? Oh, and Cupid has little speckles on her like a fawn does. That's adorable. I'm in love with the reindeer. I really like these. They're so cute. Okay, now you work them both at once, which is just kind of where it gets like slightly for me. So I'm going to not use any bonuses today. So we're just going to travel. Let's care for them. So you have to care for both. I'm really glad, though, we're not going to have more than 4 of these at a time, because this is going to be a lot to think about. So the kind of odd thing with this particular event is that you're not caring for them separately. Think of it as like a tag team. You're working your reindeer at once. They share the same clock. think of this clock up here as your sleigh's clock. That's why you can't work your reindeer on like individual days. So I can't wake Cupid up and work her from 6 a.m. to midnight, and then I can't then work Donner from 6 a.m. to midnight. They have to share the same clock. So let's feed them and send them off on another ride, and that will take care of them. However, the tricky thing now though is that I can't use that little trick of just switching one of them out. Well, I can, because when you switched out your first reindeer right here, after you had put the other one to bed, that reindeer that you had just newly introduced to the team would have 100% energy. I think I can do that with this. I probably should have read some more of the guides. But we're just going to play with this one and just have fun with it. Sometimes it's more fun if you just wing it as opposed to going in with this like a plan. All right, I'm going to confirm that. Let's confirm it. I'm not sure if that was a good idea. Well, we'll feed you guys too, just because why not? Okay, put you to bed. Now, try different combinations of reindeer to try to give them the maximum vitality. Are you trying to tell me I did the wrong combination? So this is how you switch them. You use this little arrow. Oh, hey. Oh, that's cool. Can I switch out with Blitzen maybe? That actually works though, because switching them this way to put Donner in this back slot here, he has 100% and then Cupid has 95%. But I wonder if I can switch one of them out with Blitzen. I should be able to. So if I X out that, oh cool, that does work. So just press that little red button and then it takes out the reindeer. So I'm gonna switch her with Donner or with Cupid, whatever, with whichever reindeer, and now I've got both of them at 100%. So you can just click and remove them until you get what you want. Both of my reindeer woke up with 100%. That is amazing. So let's age them up. That took me a little bit to figure out. So let's take you guys on a ride. This is a 100-kilometer trip. I wonder if I should start using my bonuses. Yeah, let's do that. I can't remember what any of these meant. I'd have to look in the instructions. Oops, I think just because I won the polo wraps. I had a pop-up, but I clicked off of it and I didn't get to see what it said, but I think it was just telling me that I won the polo wraps. I hope that's all it was telling me. Okay, so now I'm going to feed my reindeer. Yeah, that works. Let's just feed them to 20, 30 hours. That way then I still got time to take them on a ride. So do I want to use another bonus? What one does that do? That one just leaves them with extra energy. The padded horseshoes does. So I don't want to do that because that doesn't do me any good. I have to put them to bed anyway. Okay, so put them to bed. Now put them to bed. And I'm going to switch them out if I could do this correctly. So Blitzen here has 100%. That's fine. And if I replace Cupid with Donner, Cupid will give each reindeer in front of and behind her 100%. So that will be fine. Let's do that. I didn't think it would do that necessarily, but that should work. Do they both have 100%? They both have 100%. Okay, so yeah, just click around till you find out the combination that gives you 100%, because I can't figure it out logically. All right, confirm to go on a travel trip. We're going to care for them. Bring their energy back up. Now let me feed them. That'll work. And I'm going to send them on a trip. Using the skis only lets me travel another 7 kilometers. I'm just going to save that. There's not really much point. Confirm that. Put them to bed. And let me switch them out. I'm going to do one more trip, and then I'll just call it a day and save my other aging snowflakes. I think I need to switch with Donner because I just used Blitzen. Okay, both my reindeer have 100% energy. Let's age them, and then I'll keep my other 2 snowflakes for tomorrow. All right, let me this time do that. I'm going to use the skis this time so I can travel 81 kilometers because that gives me an extra 10. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know if that was necessarily a good idea, but it seems like a good idea right now. So I'll regret it later if I have to. All right, let's feed them. Feed them is good, and send them out on one more trip for the night. All right, actually, since I'm so close to finishing the tractor trip, I'm just going to age them up one more time. I'm going to bypass the Aquas UFO, see if I can get something better like tack maybe. All right, so I'm going to replace Cupid with Blitzen. All right, let's do that, confirm, and both of them have 100% energy. We're good to go. Let's age them up one more time so we can get the tractor right now. All right, so we're going to send them off on a trip, and we shouldn't have to do much to get there. 1 more kilometer, you guys should be able to make it, and boom, we're good. Okay, so Return to map. I got my presents. So definitely click in here to be sure to check to see what your secondary gift is, because it doesn't show it just on this main radar map here. But if you click on the little icons with the gift, and then over here on the right, you can see that there's a secondary gift offered, which I forgot about that from testing. I've completed my tractor trip. Once I'm ready to continue on with the event again, I'm going to work on getting the water trough 5 times. As like I said earlier, it seems like the most efficient way from what I've read to get to level 3 is to do the tractor trip once and then the water trough trip 5 times, which, considering the tractor trip alone took me about 3 agings, it'll take me a few days to get through the water trough. So that's how I'm getting along in the event. Let me know how you guys are doing, if you're trying to get through the gifts as efficiently as possible just so you can get to the upper levels, or maybe you're trying to get to the actual good gifts on here instead of just apples and fodder like I'm doing. Let me know. Good luck depending on what your goal is, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.